few days ago, a Twitter user called Mark sent me this video of a UFO. Now, it's not one that made the news or anything, it's not an important case, just something that caught Mark's attention. He asked me to take a look, so I downloaded the video, watched it a couple of times, and gave my quick opinion. Either a bird in the light, or a football someone has kicked down the pitch. Mark quickly responded that it was definitely neither, because he was actually there. The ball was in the goal mouth, and birds don't leave trails. I might have left it there, but I'd just been thinking about birds leaving trails and how to explain to people that it's just long exposure, so I found a bit of the video that showed the boy's hand leaving a trail and DM'd that along with a very brief explanation. The trail is just long exposure, motion blur. You can see it in his hands when they move fast. Mark was again adamant that it was not a bird, as the boy would not have looked up at a bird during such a celebratory moment. He'd already eliminated it being the football, as that was in the goal area. He suggested a fireball or a meteor. I thought it wasn't those, as the path it took was too curved. I thought for a second that might be due to a fisheye camera, but then I realized the stadium roof limes were straight, so it wasn't a fireball or a meteor. I used Adobe After Effects to apply an Echo Maximum filter to get the actual trajectory, and realized it looked very much like a parabola with perspective, so I went back to the football hypothesis. Did someone kick the ball high and down the pitch? Mark again was adamant this did not happen. But my UFO research has taught me that people sometimes make mistakes and sometimes misremember things. I wondered if there might be more video from another angle. 2 minutes later, I found this. Well, there you go. Ball kicked down the pitch. Case closed. I posted a timestamp link to the video and a screenshot with the ball circled. Mark was again unmoved. The thing I'd circled was apparently in the stands, not in the air. A little frustrated, I got a bit terse, saying, "This is it, 100%. Mark continued to be unconvinced. So I synced up the two videos, which clearly showed that it was the football. At least I thought so, but Mark again said it wasn't. I realized at this point that Mark had not watched the video, at least not carefully. So I suggested he watch the ball on the left in the synced video. A few minutes later, he agreed that it was the ball. Then he went quiet for nearly 20 minutes. When he returned, he'd watched the videos a few times and realized it was indeed the football being kicked down the pitch. Mark was previously 100% convinced it was some kind of UFO, but now realized exactly what it was. He thanked me and agreed to let me use the discussion in this video. Lessons learned? From my perspective, keeping polite is the most productive path. I nearly gave up as Mark initially seemed unwilling to consider anything that disagreed with his recollection of the ball being in the goal area. Challenging memories is difficult and is best done indirectly. I never told Mark I thought he was misremembering. I just said what the video looked like to me. That way it's my mistake, so less contentious. When new evidence arrives, present it in a neutral manner, and if possible, let people figure it out for themselves. Show, don't tell. From Mark's perspective, he learned that footballs can leave trails in videos, perspective can be misleading, and memory can occasionally be unreliable. For everyone else out there, these things don't necessarily apply to other cases, but sometimes they do, and it's best to keep an open mind. Keep unlikely seeming options on the list in case new evidence or new analysis points you in that direction. And please, stay polite.